Welcome back, you lovely bunch. Thanks for tuning in again. Welcome to your old subs, welcome to your new subs. If you're not subbed, click sub. Right, today, look, out on the budget gravel bike. This is a vlog I've been wanting to do for so long, and it just so happens that I'm giving this bike away. So I'm quite lucky. I've got some really nice bikes, and I would say they're pretty high end. And I always wondered, like, what is the difference between riding essentially a bike with full carbon wheels, with like the top of the range, like group sets, compared to like a more affordable bike. It just so happens that Microshift sent me over like a rear Mech, their cassette and their shifters, and Marin sent me over a four corners. And this is all as part of a prize package, but obviously I need to test this bike out. So that's what today is. I suppose what you guys want to know is how much does it cost to build this? Well, honestly, not very helpful. I've got no idea. I reckon it's under £1,000, and it has like hand-built wheels. And let me show you. Look. I mean, I think it looks wicked. I do like the blacked outness of it. It just looks cool. But how does it ride? Like, I've taken it on a few little rides, and honestly, really nice. So today I'm going to take it off-road. I'm going to do a little loop that I normally do on my gravel bike, and I'm going to see just how a budget gravel bike compares to my high-end gravel bike. I'll go into like the components, everything more as we ride. It's getting dark. I haven't got long. I've waffled enough. Probably waffled far too much. You probably didn't understand a word of it. But anyway, let's go. Hello. Oh, it's a bit busy, isn't it, today? And first thing I must say, right, about this bike, I've got on mechanical disc brakes, and straight away, it's not like they don't work, they're just not as good as hydraulics. I mean, they're not the most expensive set, but they work. I noticed that they're a bit like grabby, so if you're like feathering them, it's a bit like But on the whole, not awful. I mean, it certainly doesn't make it unrideable or dangerous or anything. They're just not as good as my other ones. Kind of to be expected though. I'm liking this gearing though. It's got a really, really good gear range. Right, let's crack on and I'll tell you about the gears. Right, let's see how it tackles this lovely gravel climb. Actually, I should probably just stop and show you guys, because some of you might not have seen the vlog where I put it together. So let me just run through it really quickly, what's on it, etc, and then tell you a little bit about it. I think that's easier, right, than doing it on the climb. So this is an 11 to 48 tooth rear cassette by Microshift. This is the Advent X rear Mech, and it has a clutch. Just pop that. These are hand-built aluminium rims laced to, I'm not actually sure, but Steyr built this, so massive thanks to Steyr. Goodyear connected tyres. It's an unbranded crankset that came off of my Marin four corners, bars from my Marin fabric saddle, and a Marin seat post. So basically it's just a mishmash of parts that I had laying about in the loft, etc. I really rate the Marin four corners frame, by the way. Like, a lot of you would have seen my one, the like rasta coloured one, and I've been asked for this back a few times, and I've point blank refused because it is such a good bike. I mean, I suppose I might as well tell you about the frame now. It is a do-it-all frame. It's a Series 1 chrome alloy, so it's a little bit heavy, but it's tough, it's robust, it's got wide clearance, you've got mountings for like literally everything on there. So it's wicked for cycle touring, it's wicked for like some bike packing, it's great for like a commuter. It's just a general all-round do-it-all bike. Right, anyway, let's ride up this hill and I'll tell you a bit about the gears and shifters. See, the first thing for me is this. I love like how everything's hidden these days, and obviously with a like more budget set, like you're not going to get these like hidden cables. Can't gravel too much, it works. And also hidden cables are a pain to feed through, so when you don't have hidden cables it's much easier. The shifting is spot on. It was really easy to set them up. There's a barrel adjuster down here on the hoods, but there's not one on the rear Mech, so you do all your adjustment up the front. which is nice. So when you're riding, you can do that. I mean, let's be honest, right? When you push the change gear button, it changes gear. That's all you need, right? Could I ride this like 100 miles? Definitely. Right, so the weight, you definitely notice the weight on climbs, but you've got a 48 tooth at the rear and a 40 up front, so that's more than enough. Digging it. I'm not going to race on it, but like, I'll definitely ride it and I'll definitely have a good smash on it. It'd make a really nice kind of winter gravel bike. Is that weird? A winter gravel bike? I don't want to get my nice gravel bike dirty, but you know what I mean. Let's have another little roll about and a little pin down here. I'll check in with you guys in a bit. This is a fun little techie trail that's really through the trees and there's a lot of tight turns in it. So, long bike, low bottom bracket, and grab your brakes. Let's see how it goes. I'm gonna be honest, right? It's not a mega banging awesome gravel bike. Like, it is really hard to ride actually, like down some of these trails, because they're really rooty and they've got really high roots, and like the bottom bracket is quite low, so I do catch my pedal a lot. Definitely more suited to like light gravel, like bike packing, that sort of stuff. But you know what I'm like. I like trying it to the extreme, and I've ridden it on really rough slippy trails, and honestly, yeah, it's just not as nice as the other one. It's got the same tyres on, so I can't blame the tyres. It just doesn't feel as planted as a carbon bike. The frame doesn't have the same flex as a carbon frame, you know. I mean, it's like much cheaper than my bike, so it isn't going to feel as good. I mean, if it did, you'd be questioning things, right? But on the whole, I think it'd be a really comfy bike for really long bike packing rides. So I think one of you is going to have some really fun, long, awesome rides on this. It doesn't have to be long. You can have some fun short rides on it too. A lot less like ridey, smashy footage today. But I want to take care of your bike, guys. I don't want to smash someone's bike up, and it's a bit slippy, and I don't want to crash. It'd be just my luck. And also, like, I don't do a lot of bike reviews, so sorry if it is a bit chatty or a bit slack. Let me know down below anything that I'm missing. Like, I should probably put the price in there, but honestly, guys, I didn't pay for it. Everyone donated parts, but it's under £1,000, I reckon. The group set itself, I think, is 250 quid, and that is for the rear cassette, the rear mech, and the shifters. So that's not bad. So I suppose in a very unorganised, all over the place kind of review, vlog, whatever this is, I hope you found this informative. I'm going to have another little bit more of a shred and go home and rest my legs, so I've got some big days coming up. Next vlog, I'll be taking the Brompton out for a bit of a smash. Thanks everyone for watching as always. You guys rock, and I will see you all very soon. Bye.